Yo, what's happening, people? Welcome back to Saeed TV and welcome to the Friday night preview. We're back and the Premier League is back. Shout out to Killers.
Christ.
Yeah,
Well,
that's it, man. Well, yeah, maybe not for Newcastle. It's such a kind of a amazing kind of contrast of feelings, you know what I mean? But big up to everybody who's tuning in right now. If you're watching right now on YouTube, smash a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe to all these guys. The link is in the title. And yeah, man, we're going to get straight into it. Obviously, we got a new guest on the building. Obviously, he's been on the channel before. Matty from Magpie channel. How you doing, mate? Everything okay?
hello, lads. Hi, good, thank you. Good. I'll smile now before 3 o'clock tomorrow because that's going to be absolutely lifting. So I'm feeling all right now because once the football comes around tomorrow, it'll be bleak again, I reckon. Yeah. But I'm not going to bring it down too much. It's your show. You can be all excited. Ronaldo's returned and all that. So crack on.
Yeah, absolutely. Adam, contrast feeling over there. Ronaldo is back. Football's back. Club football's back. I went to the England game, but I think I just had to go there just to kind of witness it rather than watch it on telly because, you know what I mean? It's just the same old, isn't it? But we're back. Mate. Are you happy? Excited?
Wait, I'm over the moon. I'm over the moon at the international. Yeah. This has been the long. Am I lagging, by the way? There, I don't know if I'm behind.
No, you're fine.
Okay, so yeah. So has it not been the longest international window break ever? That's what it seemed like, mate, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, when we was being at Wolves, it just seemed like an age ago now, and I just want to get back to normality. I want to get back to. Do you know what I mean? Just seeing what all these transfers work out like, because this is nitty gritty now, isn't it? 2 games a week, cups are in, Europe's in. This is when the season really starts. So I think just jumping at the bit, mate, to get going. And obviously this weekend, the return of Ronaldo back at Old Trafford again. And you know what? The atmosphere is going to be amazing. Absolutely amazing tomorrow.
It's going to be rocking. It's going to, I mean, even Newcastle fans will bring it. I think you guys, have you sold out on your away attendance as well on that one, apparently?
Of course we'll have.
Yeah.
Still mad for it.
Yeah. It's like, I even seen your guy in the picture, Sam Maximum, talking about, it's going to be a big occasion. Just for you as a Newcastle and a neutral, obviously Ronaldo's coming back home. How have you made all this stuff? I know we haven't kind of stopped talking about it. You might have seen it everywhere, but Ronaldo's back. Does that give you kind of a better feeling knowing that all the focus is going to be on Ronaldo and maybe you might kind of maybe want a smaller party?
Well, if it does give away a chance to spoil the party. I mean, this is one of those games though where it feels like the script is written, doesn't it? Really, whether Ronaldo starts or comes off the bench, it seems like he's always going to score. Man United are always going to win. I mean, we haven't won at Old Trafford since 2013, so for me, it wouldn't have mattered if you re-signed Ronaldo or re-signed Jemba. You still would win this game. You still would hammer. You'd still score plenty of goals. Do you know what I mean? Whether it's Ronaldo or Forlan or whoever it is, it wouldn't matter against Newcastle at the minute because we are absolutely woeful. But what we can take hope in is obviously the last couple of times at Old Trafford, we seem to take the lead. We take the last year, we took the lead 1-0. The year before that, I remember we were 2-0 up. The other year, Sanchez scored a late winner, so it's not like we're really getting battered lately at Old Trafford. 3-1 scoreline last year, but this year it's just Callum Wilson, our only goal threat. He's out tomorrow. It's going to take a bit of magic from the guy in the background. Then I'm not talking about Ronaldo. I'm talking about St. Maximin. It's going to take something from him, something special to give us any chance tomorrow. But I cannot say it, unfortunately. I'm not.
Yeah. Absolutely. Someone say there, Newcastle pack is loading. I mean, I feel like sometimes you've seen the story of Ronaldo and something, excitement coming at Old Trafford and then kind of maybe being it spoil the party. But I just feel invincible at the minute. I just think for me, Ronaldo coming back, fans back. I remember when Varane came, we just gave everyone a boost. Leeds fans thought they were up for it, and then we just swiped them aside. Are you with that similar feelings, Adam? You're not bothered about kind of maybe Newcastle spoil the party?
No, it's like I said. Then you just don't see where the threat's coming from with Newcastle. That's the thing, and I'm not convinced at all about the defending. And I just look at United being top heavy. I'm insanely top heavy. I mean, everyone's fit. You know what I mean? Sancho Sancho and Cavani have had. Well, actually, no. Sancho, Cavani, and Greenwood, and to a certain extent, Ronaldo have just had 2 weeks off.
Yeah,
it's everyone's fit. No one's playing. I mean, Ronaldo, we know he's match sharp. You're not match sharp. You don't score a goal in the 96th minute if you're not match sharp. So we know Ronaldo's ready. It's a load of. I think Ollie's just playing up to the cameras in terms of will he start or not. I think he will start. I think he'll probably get brought off so he can get a standing ovation and whatnot later on. But hopefully everything's to bed by then. I think it will be. I'm with you, side mate. Before you read out the ridiculous super chat. Ridiculous in a good way, Jamal. Absolutely banging that one, mate. But I'm with you, mate. I'm absolutely buzzing at the moment. I'm just really happy with football being back this weekend, proper football, and you know what? With the fans being back, it's made such a difference, and it's just like we've got something new to cheer every week at the moment. I know that'll ease off, but right now I'm still excited about actually being back. That's where I'm at. It's not come down yet.
Yeah, of course.
I've not come back down yet. So, yeah, buzzing, mate.
Absolutely. Yeah, Jamal, Matt, thank you for the super chat, mate. Appreciated. He says, big up my G, Saeed, Adam, and welcome to the show. Matty, rate you, bro. Great football knowledge. Saeed, provide us with A1 content and guests. How's your day all been all week? I had the best week of my life. Lloyd, mate, continue loving life. Big up to you, man. Good to see you finally your feet now, Jamal. Big up to you. I appreciate the super chat. We're all good round here. Excited for the game against Newcastle. But Matty, are you excited? Because I feel like Newcastle, though, it's a weird one because they've been in games, they've looked lively, you know what I mean? But it's just not been kind of like flourishing, hasn't it? It's 2-2 against Southampton. West Ham, he started well. It's not as if it's been kind of like brucible, but it's kind of been just not getting the results, is it?
The thing with us is that we've really fell apart at the back so far this season, which is very worrying because Bruce has carried on the tightness of the defence from the Rafa Benitez days. We've always been quite solid at the back, but we've struggled big because, like you just mentioned there, West Ham, we were 2-1 up at half time against a very good West Ham side and completely collapsed. Utterly, there was 5 or 6 minutes, we conceded 2 goals around the 60th minute mark, and it was game over. We're done. And then the week after was a disgrace at Villa Park because we got absolutely done over by VAR. Soft penalty, and then we got denied a goal because it was onside, but they give us offside. That was a shambles. And then Southampton, St. Maximin gets the winner, what you thought was the winner, in the 92nd minute, and then James Ward-Prowse gets a penalty through VAR in the 96th minute. So it's like the luck hasn't been in, but we're just unlike you lot. We've had the complete opposite in the transfer window. We've done nothing. We're worse off now than we were last year. We've got Joe Willock in, but obviously he was in on loan for the majority last season. We've let fringe players go like Andy Carroll and stuff who weren't good enough, but we haven't replaced them. We let Matty Longstaff go on loan. We should have kept him just for this game because we all know what the Longstaff's doing against Man United. They'll have the game of their life. So we let him go. We don't replace them. We couldn't even get loan signings in. We couldn't even get anyone on loan. There's free agents. We're not even looking at free agents. It is bleak times. And Brucey the day he's rattled in his press conference. He's arguing with journalists and everything. It's a shambles at Newcastle, mate. It's an absolute mess.
Absolutely, but I feel like with Newcastle, Adam, they do give us good games, man. I remember when we went over there, we lost our heads, man. You know what I mean? I lost my head a few years ago when Longstaff, went in and he did that. I think they came over. I think Old Trafford, probably one of the best games under Mourinho, 2-0. And then it was 3-2 Sanchez late one. I think they started one. I think they did get the first goal through Longstaff, and then we got it 4-1. At Old Trafford, it's been kind of thinking. Obviously, the Cabaye days are the Cabaye days, but for now, Newcastle are one of them teams where I just think on their day, man, they punch us something. I think when Newcastle they went over to Everton last season, didn't you? Beat them 2-0. You've done a few away games where you've kind of got a result early on in the season. I think you did it against Tottenham a few years ago, didn't you? 1-0, Joe Wellington. You have got that in you, but Adam, have we got to be wary of that? Do you think?
You've always got to be wary. The thing is, and the difference with United now, and we did it against Wolves last week, where Wolves were pretty much just living off mistakes from our midfield, but whereas Newcastle haven't, United actually have got a defence now, and that's what gives me even more confidence. Having Maguire, Shaw, and Varane They're just, and we've seen how Varane handled Wolves' attack. In the end, they just got knackered. They just tired out. We just wore them down. We were playing shit. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah,
but the defense was awesome, and we never really troubled. They had the one header from the corner, double save from De Gea in the second half.
Yeah,
that you had to do, but everything else was really good, and you can see what a difference a solid defense makes. So the defense being as good as it is gives you the help when you're not playing well. And Old Trafford's a different ball game for us. I think we will come out and play our game. I think that's where we're going with most of our games now. We're going to try and go out at Old Trafford and just play attacking football, go for the opposition. And I think now, with that defence, mate, I think even if we are playing bad, I just feel like we've got that security, whereas we didn't have last season. I thought we'd have lost that Wolves game last season, but the defence was just on a different planet. And that's what gives me confidence. The goals that we've conceded have just been stupid mistakes this season so far. Well, the goal from Leeds was an absolute belter, top bins. You can't really do much about that. And then, obviously, we should have had a foul probably on VAR for the one that Southampton scored. Other than that, no one's really creating clear-cut chances.
No.
We make a mistake in midfield. We sometimes get punished for it. That's probably our downfall. I think midfield is where our issue is. We all know that. And if Newcastle can cause any problems, it will probably be just through pressing United's midfield when we're trying to be too elaborate with the ball, because our midfielders haven't got that game. So if Steve Bruce has done anything in terms of research and watching United and how to compete, you've just got to try and pick up off the United mistakes, because as soon as it gets into that final third, it's dangerous. We'll see, mate. Midfield selection is going to be really interesting for us tomorrow.
I think with Matty though, Newcastle, I think since you've been at our ground last couple of years, Callum Wilson not been there. I think you haven't had kind of a vocal point, have you? You know, I think you remember playing Joe Ellington, and I think the other, is it Japanese lad? What's his name?
Mudo.
He played a couple.
Scored.
Yeah,
the only Premier League goal.
Yeah, exactly. You know, you haven't had like a focal point now. With Callum Wilson, I am a little bit wary. You know, who's your danger man? I know we got the one in the middle, Sam Maximum. You know, HCC says that. But are you confident slightly? Any confidence in terms of your attacking abilities? You know what I mean?
I think it would have been huge if we could have kept Wilson fit, like for this one, because he's got off to a good start this season. He's already got a couple of goals. You would have been looking about where Adam mentioned there. We could have had Isaac Hayden or Joe Willock nick the ball off you in the middle of the park, play a through ball to a running St. Maximin or a Callum Wilson, then that would have been our threat. Whereas now you look at, we're going to be relying on solely St. Maximin, busting a gut, taking a few players
he's out
on.
then?
Callum Wilson's out, mate. Yeah, Wilson's out. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, we don't celebrate injuries, but that's a big cue for United, though, isn't it?
So hopefully St. Maximin can cause problems. Maybe we'll see Joe Willock busting a gut again, get in the box. Yeah, he was brilliant for us last season. He's still getting fitness back this season after not really featuring for Arsenal in pre-season. So it's going to be the case of just keeping it tight, hoping that the low block, you know, upsets Man United, try and kill the atmosphere first 10, 20 minutes, and then just try and get something from a corner. Something like that is what we're going to be hoping for, like Lascelles or Fernandes head out from a corner. But attacking wise, we just haven't got enough. We just didn't strengthen, and we haven't got enough. And as soon as we do get an injury to the likes of Wilson, you wonder where the goal threat's going to come from.
Adam, that means show no mercy, isn't it then? You know what I mean? All he's got to just, you know what I mean, don't play around with it. Don't feel sorry for people. Play your best team. You know what I mean? And do the job bit. Because, you know what it is? I've seen this weekend, everyone's got winnable games, you know, in the top six. You know, maybe City have got Leicester, but most of them have got winnable games that you think that they win, you know. But that always kind of like, for me, gives me a bit of unease, because I always feel like, you know, one person's going to slip up, and, you know, we've either got the best home record last season, you know what I mean? And they were the kind of games with those games that we drew.
I mean, let's just draw a line under last season. This is when you start getting judged properly, fans back. And it's like, look at all the top six home record last season. It was shocking for everyone. Look at Liverpool, look at City's. Leicester, Christ tonight, man, they couldn't buy a win at home last season. I don't know what it was. So let's just forget about last season. Let's just look at it and go, right, okay, this is when you're going to be judged. And I feel more confident at Old Trafford. with the type of players that we've got now, like I just said, but the leaders that we've got in the team now, the experience we've got, I think that's the major difference now. As I said it before, I mean, we played Newcastle many a time before, and we're looking at Martial, Rashford. These were the guys who United were looking up to. Now they're second fiddle. Do you know what I mean?
I know.
They're actually second fiddle now. I mean, Martial, he's permanently starting up front for France. And if you break it down as a number 9, he's 4th on the list at Manchester United. That's a guy who's playing for the world champions. He's 4th on the list because he don't get in ahead of Greenwood for me, Cavani or Ronaldo now. And that's the caliber of player that you've got waiting to come on. And it was good to see Martial actually do a little bit for France and show a little bit of form, because he must be knowing now that if he gets his chance on this pitch, he's going to have to do something. He's going to have to pull up trees. And that's what I look at. I look at the bench as well as that first team, and I go, everyone who's coming on here, he's going to come on and be raring to go. He's going to be coming on to make a point and make it difficult for Ole. I mean, you can name the players, mate, can't you? I mean, when Rashford comes back, I mean, the front line is ridiculous. But right now, even, I don't know, he can't drop Greenwood. Ronaldo's going to start. So you're having serious conversations with the likes of Sancho and Cavani about possibly sitting on the bench. That's ridiculous, man. That depth is scary. And you know Cavani won't let you down when he comes on. And then obviously Sancho, like I just said, he's hardly played. He played for what? Ukraine? That's the last time I've seen him have a decent game for England. And he's hardly played since. He's been bit part all over the place, hasn't he? So he'll be chomping at the bit now. And obviously with Ronaldo coming in, everyone's game goes up. And you know what? Within that front line, we've not even mentioned Pogba yet. It's scary. Yeah, I know. It's ridiculous, man. There's too many players there. How all he's going to balance it, I don't know. But I'm hoping he's got an idea of his strongest teammate, because I wouldn't want to pick out of all. I'd love the issue, but I don't know who I'm dropping right now, because Greenwood's not coming out for me. Ronaldo starts. No. Of all them players we just mentioned there, there's one spot because Bruno's going to play. So, I'm
looking at Matty and he's thinking, what are you talking about? We've got
jealous, man. Jealous.
Yeah. I mean, this is the kind of problems we've got, you know what I mean? Like, and you guys have got, you'd probably like die for players like maybe, the guys that we've got on the bench or whatever.
I'd take all the rejects. I'd take all of them. I'll take the kids. Who's that kid that came on against us who was born in Newcastle for Man U? Shola or something, is he called?
Yeah, Shola. Yeah.
Shola. I'd take him at this point, man. Give me anything. Do you know what I mean? We were trying to get Twanzebe, and he went to Villa because we wouldn't pay a loan fee. So that sums up where we're at. But
what do you make of United though in a minute? What do you make of United?
Mate, with the players that Adam just mentioned there, and the problems that Solskjaer's got, you mean Ollie's got to get some of this season. Like, I mean, he's got you seriously. You should be in the title race till the bitter end. If you just don't win it, you should be right. You should be there April, May, no doubt about it. And you should be winning an FA Cup or whatever, because that squad in the squad the squad depth is outrageous. It's ridiculous, and he's absolutely blessed now. He's saying all you're missing is that centre mid, but with Varane coming in, with Sancho coming in, with Ronaldo, it's just absolutely ridiculous, man. And for me, Mason Greenwood is just an animal. He's an absolute world-class talent.
Is that the one you're worried about the most?
Because when I've seen Man United play, Greenwood's finishing is up there with the best for me. It really is, because you don't see him score easy goals. He makes his own goals. His finishing is remarkable. It's always right in the corner. Doesn't give the keeper a chance, and that's at this age. So he's a scary talent. And if you can get Pogba and stuff on form consistently, you can keep the likes of Luke Shaw on that fit with that back line, then he's a laughing for me.
And you think we've got what it takes to kind of win the league? You're looking at all his kind of tenure now. You know what I mean? Do you think what it takes?
I think you've got the players, mate. I just don't think you've got the manager. I think Ollie will be the reason you don't win the league, to be honest. If you had someone in there a bit more experienced.
Yeah, with the players you've got though, Ronaldo, with the fact of Ronaldo, sometimes people say you kind of
Ronaldo might do Ronaldo might do what he did for Portugal, mate, where he just carried them up from the sidelines when they won the Euros. He may just be doing Ollie's job for him. Yeah, maybe stand on the sidelines and managing and playing.
What a player manager, that he's saying.
He will do that for Portugal when he went off in the final.
I think Adam, now I think now that for me, not the pressure, but now I feel like the expectations there now. I feel like now, before Ronaldo, it was almost a case of we were like, yeah, we're challenging for the league, yeah, we're challenging. But now it's like you can put your chest up now and say, yeah, we should be challenging. We're coming in with that aura now, and it's like every focus is on us now. Everyone's, people are asking me for tickets. People probably asking for you, saying, "Can you get me a ticket?" It's sold out and everything. Waiting list for season ticket. It's United. United we're always there, but United finally now have got the world watching them now.
Mate, it's scary, isn't it? Because we've always had the name, but we've just dropped off, and the fan base's standards, in my opinion, have just fallen away as well. I'm older. There's a new generation of fan coming through now, I know. And sometimes it's like favourite players take priority over supporting your bleeding team. And for me, I just feel like everyone's standards have dropped. And people look at it as being negative when you criticise, but it's not. You've got an expectation level, and you've got standards that you expect this team to meet. And right now, it's probably the closest I've seen this squad since Fergie left to actually being close to a Fergie sort of style squad. Them players there. I mean, we just mentioned there, you can get 9 players on the bench this season. And I don't think when everyone's fit, you're going to get a Lingard or Matip on the bench. There's not enough room. And if you can say that, then you just got no excuse. Absolutely no excuse to not challenge for the title. I expect 2 trophies this season. That's what I expect. And I expect a proper title race. We're talking like 85 points-ish, somewhere around that region. I think we'll be with the competitiveness of the league this season. I think 85-ish will be around champion
I think so as well.
Winning the league sort of territory. So it's like if Matty just said it there. Every opposition fan, everyone else who you speak to who's not part of United, all bring it back down on Ole as the one reason why we won't win it. He has to have learned from last season. I've seen warning signs already in the first few games, going back to how he was last season. Right now, I think his team is picking itself for him more than anything, mate. I think it is because players are performing. And there's just the midfield area. I think he's up for grabs. Everything else, I think it's already set. And the fan base expects, mate. The noises that I've been listening, conversations I've had over the last couple of weeks now, this is it. This is the season. Massey just said it there, then, mate. We've said it beforehand, even before Ronaldo came. He has to win something this season. You don't add that amount of quality to your squad after finishing second last season and then just say, we're still progressing if we don't win anything. That's bollocks now. It's sheer bollocks. He needs to be winning the trophy. And I just think he's going to go strong in every competition he goes in, mate, because he's got that team now. He's got the team to do it. So I expect a strong team against West Ham in a couple of weeks in the Carabao Cup at home, mate. So it's now or never for Ollie, I think. Even the most hardened Ollie lovers have said it. Look, this season, if he's not picking up a trophy, then I think his job is definitely under threat. Or if not under threat, he should be already gone. A lot of people are saying it, mate.
Absolutely. Matt, when you look at the Ronaldo signing, what I mean? What do you actually make of it in terms of what it's going to be like for the Premier League? You know what I mean, in terms of him coming back at the age he's come back and the nostalgia he's going to bring back. Is it the perfect match? Do you think it will work? You know what I mean. Obviously, you can bring any perspective you want. You know what I mean. There's no you don't have to say Ronaldo's going to be smashing it and whatnot. You can give your opinion. You know what I mean. No, so what do you think, Ronaldo?
I'm not just saying it because I'm on your channel, mate, and there's loads of Man United fans watching it, but I'm very glad that he went to United, not City, because that would have just ruined it for me. That would have just ruined football's already down the drain with what's been happening lately with the Super Six and all that bollocks. But if Ronaldo tarnishes a legacy and goes to the better rivals just for money and for a couple more trophies, that would have been like game over. You know what I mean? It'd be like Shearer going to manage Sunderland. Do you know what I mean? It would just be like, what's going on here? So I'm glad he's back. in the Premier League. I'm gutted that it's his first game against us, like, and that's the star of the show and everything. But to see an icon back in the Premier League is always a good thing. To see what he's going to do. People are mentioning his age means nothing. Means nothing when you live the lifestyle that he has. He's an absolute machine because the way he's looked after himself, how hard he works. His stats and training stuff. When they do the preseason training, they put him as a body of a 25, 26-year-old. He's not your average 36-year-old. He's a machine. He's a freak of nature. He's one of the best ever for me. I'm a Ronaldo, not a Messi guy. So to see him back must be unreal for you lot as a fan base, and I'm sure we'll still get some great moments for the Premier League as well. I might start watching Match of the Day again now. Like, skip past the Newcastle game. I'll just skip past the Newcastle games, and I'll watch Match of the Day for that.
Yeah, I mean, Adam, man, you know what I mean, the feeling tomorrow, you know what I mean, he's got to start surely, you know what I mean, it can't be on the bench. For me, I can't see it, Ronaldo on the bench, you know what I mean, it don't make sense to me. He's got to start. It's in the making for him to start.
Saying that though, mate, if there was one man on this planet, he would start Ronaldo on the bench. It would be Ollie, wouldn't it? No other manager in this league would not start Ronaldo on the bench. There's not one. Guarantee it. He goes to a football club to start games. You've number 7 doesn't sit on the bench, not at Man United. It's as simple as that. It's a guaranteed number that starts every single week. I can see him coming off 70 minutes-ish and whatnot. I mean, to be honest, he's good enough, like Matty said then, his fitness levels are off the scale, man. He doesn't get injured. That says everything. How many injuries has he had in his career? He's just an absolute freak.
It's crazy, isn't it?
I mean, he's played, even in Italy, he was averaging, over 34 games? 38 in a season there in Serie A. He hardly misses a game. Plays all Champions League games. So you're expecting 45, 50 games a season from the man. And that is literally every single Premier League game starting.
It's madness that he outscored that he outscored Lukaku last season in Serie A is madness, isn't it?
In less games, it's absolutely scary. It is. It really is. Everyone's talking about Lukaku, and then you're looking at Ronaldo, you're going, "Geez, he's played about 4 less games and scored 4 more goals than him." If there's ever a question if he's still got it, then you just have to look at the goals, and then to do what he does for Portugal, the passion that he carries with him, and now the experience that he's going to bring with him as well. I think it's good. I mean, I was never for Ronaldo coming back when the windows were open because of the stupid money. I thought we needed a lot more investment, but we've seen the shirt sales. Having United take the tiniest percentage out of what Adidas get for the shirt sales, but when you sold nearly 200 million worth of shirts with Ronaldo on the back in 2 weeks, United have already paid for Ronaldo. So it's like a free transfer. You can't say no to that and what he's going to bring. And what he's going to bring is that wealth of experience, standards, expectancy, the winning mentality. And we've seen what he did against Ireland. That is what Ronaldo is. He doesn't have to be in the game. He's never in the game, but he is in the game. And you can't ignore him. He's just an absolute born winner.
Yeah, and Matty, you said your defense isn't the best at the minute. I mean, what incentive, you know what I mean, to say that you might pocket Ronaldo, go home with that Ronaldo pocketed trophy? I mean, it's a good trophy to have, though. You know what I mean? Imagine that. You know,
mate,
you go home.
You know what I mean? Like this is what. If I was a professional footballer and I'm in Manchester now, night before this game. So if I'm whoever's going to be marking up tomorrow, whether it be Jamal Lewis or Matt Ritchie or Fabian Shaw, I'd be dead up for it, me. You'd be thinking, right, the whole world is watching Ronaldo here. I'm going to show what I'm made of. You'd give your all to try and prove it, wouldn't you? Do something against him. The young keeper, probably Freddie Woodman again in goal. If Freddie Woodman can keep out Ronaldo, he'd be telling his grandkids it for years. Do you know what I mean? So that's the kind of thing, you know what I mean? He'd be trying to swap shirts, getting selfies with him. So I stopped Ronaldo from scoring on his second debut for Man United, lads. Do you know what I mean? So this would be like the moment that if players can't get up for a game at Old Trafford, travel to Newcastle players with a sold-out away section, Man United bouncing, and we need points on the board quick as well because we've only got 1 so far. So if you can't get up for a game like that, if you're a professional footballer, you shouldn't be in the game. These are big games. These are the biggest games of the season for these lads.
I've seen this before, though, Matty. You know, teams have 1 point and then they come out. You know what I mean? And it's like, you know, they come out fighting because, you know, there's a lot of teams now who are kind of like not at a point or 1 point or 0 points. You know, hold tight the Arsenal.
We're above Arsenal. We're above Arsenal. So
yeah, but there's a lot of teams who've like, you know, kind of struggled 1 point here and there, or you know, they've not really kicked the ground running. You know, so you know, in Wolves, you know, there's teams that played well. You know, and you know, is that kind of for you? Can it get worse? Or have you seen this before? Like, got about 3-4, you know, wins without, you know, kind of feeling that you're not getting anywhere.
I think if we can't really be focusing on Old Trafford to try and be the one where we're like, that's where we're going to go get points. You'd be daft. You'd be daft to think that. Really, I mean, next week would be looking a bit better, and then we've got Watford the week after that. You know, so those are the games you'd be looking to get something out of it. You go to Old Trafford, we're just going to try and keep it tight, hit you with a break, St. Maximin, see what we can do from a set piece or something. I mean, let's just try and calm down the whole Ronaldo carnival. That'll be the opening 10, 20 minutes, and then see where we go from there. But I'm sure you'll have a good day out tomorrow. You's lot like. I don't think we'll be able to contain Ronaldo and the rest of them.
Yeah,
go on.
That's exactly what Matty's saying there. And Bruce was talking about he's there to spoil a party.
Is he fuck? He's there to join the party.
This is the thing. It's like he's already. It feels like he's defeated already. I mean, I could say and try and big him up and say it looks like he's trying to play a bit of reverse psychology, but I do feel like he's got that defeatist attitude already going on there, and I think he'll be happy if he keeps it down to 2 or 3. I think that's what he sounds like he's accepting.
He got loads of grief off Newcastle fans, Bruce, in the last game at Old Trafford at the start of this year when he's won 3-1 after St. Maximin did put a 1-0 up, because the full-time whistle hadn't even went, and he was hugging and laughing with Ollie, and he was walking down the touchline with his arm around him laughing. And we're sitting there thinking we've just been beat 3-1. But can you not just keep that for down the tunnel off cameras? Like, how stupid do you have to be? The fans are raging that we've just been beat. We were in the thick of a relegation battle at that point, and our manager's just having a laugh. Do you know what I mean? What's he playing at? And he got questioned on it, and he was just like, well, he just doesn't care. And what Adam was saying there about him being downbeat in defeat, he's like that every week. We'll play Rochdale in the FA Cup, and he'll be bigging up Rochdale. He always bigs up the opposition and see every week, no matter who you play, it's going to be a tough one this weekend. He hasn't got a clue, man. I know you like him because he was a player back in the day for you, but he's a fucking horrible manager. Absolutely useless.
I mean, I think we're going to hope that, you know, he does another job for us, Brucey. You know what Agent I mean? But what's Agent Bruce. Adam, what's the worry for you in terms of, obviously we looked at strengths and whatnot, back midfield? I mean, what's going on there, man? Because I don't know who's starting there. You know what I mean? It's going to be, an interesting one.
Have they upheld that Brazilian player ban or not? Are we still waiting to hear about that?
No,
they've lifted it.
Has it been lifted?
They've lifted it for us. Like Almiron, Paraguayan, has been given the green light to play.
I know. I think it's the Brazilian players because I heard Klopp and
Brazilian.
Pep Guardiola talking about the Brazilian alone just because of that debacle with Argentina the other day. So obviously Liverpool will be hit hard by it, won't they? So I'm looking at it going, does that mean we get a weekend off with Fred? That's all I'm bothered about. I'm not worried about anything else because if Fred's not playing, I think our chances go up straight away. They just go through straight away. He's the weak link, mate. He's the weak link. And if there was ever a case with McTominay coming back from groin injury, Fred being suspended possibly, if Donny van der Beek can't get in the team now, then I would honestly give up if I was him. Because
did you hear all his comments?
Front of him. I didn't listen to him, mate. I was busy today, so you can fill me in. No,
something about McTominay being available, then we might have other options. You know what I mean? But did mention
he pushed him,
Donny in that. You know, it's a baffling one. Mate, what do you make of that Donny situation? I know. Did you see the interview on Rio Ferdinand one?
I've seen clips from Joel's Instagram. I've seen clips. I haven't watched the full thing from Joel Beer. But I just cannot understand it. I really, and if you've got the problem of midfield tomorrow, this is the perfect game to play him in. Really, innit? Against Newcastle, against a team you fancied your chances of. Like, what does he have to do to get a game? I've got no idea. I mean, I seen where Donny was saying, like, oh, well, Solskjaer said that he wanted us to stay. He's got big plans for us. I think what's his big plans, like? The Carabao Cup? Because if he kind of get in the Premier League against Newcastle, when's he going to start?
He don't want to play in that. He don't want to play in that, Matt. He said, the agents come out and said he doesn't want to play one-off games in the car, but he wants to play in that Premier League. And
of course he does, mate.
That's bread and butter.
When you signed him, I thought it was a brilliant signing. You know, he was a hot prospect across Europe. He had a great couple of seasons at Ajax. It's madness, to be honest. I mean, if Ollie's not going to play him, why didn't he let him go out on loan? He could have done what Lingard did last year at West Ham. Go to a club like West Ham, like Everton, Newcastle, have actually plucked some money out of somewhere. You know, and you come to one of these clubs and be an absolute star. You'd be the man of the match every week. Do you know what I mean? So why he doesn't just get a chance? Fair enough, we give him a run of 3 or 4 games, prove his point that he's not good enough. But we all know he's good enough. We've seen what he can do in the Champions League. So why he doesn't get a game? You'd think it was some sort of personal agenda.
Yeah, I mean, Adam, I've not really heard your comments this week. You know, what you make of that whole interview with Donny? It's unusual because, you know, United don't really give anyone any kind of like room for any kind of talk on YouTube and all that. You know, Donny must have agreed to it, or, you know, something must have happened for that to be agreed. Because really, I've never seen that before. Someone coming on there being open and honest to say, you know what, I just want game time. You know.
Yeah, well, it's interesting because that was backed onto his agent's interview regarding how the transfer window ended, with the reported sort of block from United for him to move on loan to Everton, which his agent said wasn't the case. He said Donny's happy. Well, not happy. He wasn't expecting to be waiting this long, but understands that he has to prove to Ollie that he's good enough to play in this team. I do feel like this season he has to sort of break through, otherwise it is the end of the road completely. And then I'm looking at it going, Ollie's already bigging up McTominay, who's just back. I'm like, seriously, man, you're pushing him back already. And Donny van de Beek's there, fit. He's done his new training program, his new nutrition over the summer. He's bulked up. He's done what's been asked. And you've got a kid there in McTominay who's just come back. Give the kid a chance to recover properly. I know he may look good in training, but when you've got to play like Donny van de Beek there, just play him. And then if it doesn't work out, you've got McTominay to come in anyway. But it's like he just doesn't want to give him a chance. And I said I'll wait judgment on Donny until maybe halfway through the season. If he's not broken by Christmas, then I do feel like it will be the end, mate. I think it's just niceties being spoken by his agent and him just saying what's really scripted for a Premier League player to say in an open interview in the middle of a season. Like you said, it was weird him to actually be on there. I didn't watch all the interview. I just heard some of the comments, but he'll obviously have certain things he can and can't say. For me, if he wants game time, it has to come by about January. Otherwise, I don't see Ollie picking him. I really don't, because Ollie's under pressure this season. Like we just said, he needs a trophy. And I think it's going to push him into picking his favourites and people he knows he can trust more than ever. So that's it, mate. I don't think he's going to get a game. I really don't. I don't see how he comes in. This was the perfect chance. No Fred, no McTominay, Matic aging. God, if you can't get in now, then honestly, mate, I don't see how. I don't think he's got a chance. It's not.
Absolutely. What do you see in Man United's weak link? Where do you think you could target us if you could get anything? Where do you see your game, like, you know, because we've got Varane, we've got Maguire, the back four's pretty solid. De Gea, you know, in form. You know, where do you see your kind of selves winning? You know, I mean, I know it's difficult to kind of like, you know, spur yourself on, but is there any way you think maybe set pieces? Maybe we're not really, you know. I mean, this season we've had a few hiccups here and there, but you know, maybe you want to target set pieces, maybe. Or
so who's the
back though? To be fair,
so who's that right back for you? Still Wan-Bissaka?
Yeah,
Wan-Bissaka.
So he's the worst of the four there for me then, because Shaw's been incredible. Maguire and Varane should be an excellent partnership. See how them get on. Like you see, unfortunately, De Gea's hitting a bit of form. I know he's had patchy spells in recent past, but he looks decent again. It would have been I would say St. Maximin at Wan-Bissaka, wing backs, giving them options, whether it be Richie or Jacob Murphy, giving overlapping options and get the ball in the box. And it would have been the middle of the park. If Fred was playing, I would have been happy with that, because when I watched the game against Southampton, he was horrendous against them, and he's never looked great for me. So it would have been Fred, or it would have been whoever comes in tomorrow. But we've got no Shelby tomorrow either. Isaac Hayden, touch and go. So I don't think our middle of the park's going to be much better. So it is going to be maybe a corner. Cling on to that. Cling on to some big lads at the back, Lascelles, Fernandes, Fabian Shaw. Try and get above them, but I don't know. Like, I'd say with no Wilson and how good form you're in, it's going to be difficult, man.
It is going to be difficult, but Adam, we've got to do it, man. And we're going to do the team selection now in a minute. Matty, you might want to kind of look away. You know what I mean? The array of talent coming your way now. It's looking good for you guys. But we're going to put this screen on here. As you can see, we always like to do this. Adam, we reckon it'll be a 4-2-3-1 again. Nothing might not change there.
He ain't changing his formation, mate. We know that. I think back four and goalkeeper, you just put them in, mate. They're not going to change.
Yeah. Even Dallo, you're not thinking maybe?
No, he's not going to play him.
Yeah.
Wan-Bissaka's been off all international break as well, so unfortunately for Dallo, it's not going to happen. He's going to pick players now, like I just said, going forward, who he knows he's had before and trusts.
Bloody hell, David De Gea's not on there. Is he left? He's on there.
Where is he?
Wow, Adam, what's going on here?
Sold him.
Right, we're gonna put Henderson in there for now, but everyone just assumed that's David De Gea. You know what I mean? I don't know what's going on there, people. There's been a glitch. There's been a glitch, people.
Yeah, they're sabotaging you, mate, because they're not sponsoring you.
Yeah, exactly. Wan-Bissaka right back. What do you make of Rafa Varane, Matty?
Unbelievable signing. I mean, you've got one of the best centre backs in the world there, haven't you? So I'm interested to see how he gets on in the Premier League, but he just looks built for it, doesn't he? He looks ready made. We've seen he can do it on the international stage as well. So for you to get him, like, what a bit of business. And then Maguire has had another good summer. So we're gonna sack this off, man, because it's not there. The players are not there, man.
Yeah, we're gonna sack this off.
We know who the back five is. So we're gonna go midfield then. What's a midfield selection?
I'm just gonna go with Fred and McTominay not being fully fit, and
I think McTominay's not in the squad. Someone was saying in the chat, McTominay not in the squad.
I hope not.
So is it gonna be the two?
I think, you know what, mate? I think he's gonna go with Pogba and Matic. I think it's gonna be Pogba and Matic.
You think so?
Yeah.
Pogba in that double pivot. Are you happy with
that? The only thing that Donny has a hope of is if Ollie still wants to push Pogba out onto the left, and that would just leave Donny and Matic in the double pivot then, which I don't mind at all. It looked really good in pre-season. First game came around in the Premier League and we dropped it straight away from McFred. So I think it's a good opportunity. I do feel like I'd probably prefer Matic and Donny on the ball if someone was pressing us, or say you had someone running around us trying to get the ball. I'd rather have them passing to each other than Fred and McTominay, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Obviously, the energy levels are not there for them too, but let's be honest, we've got abundance of energy up front and we shouldn't really need to have extra in midfield as well. So, let's go Donny. Let's go Donny and Matic, mate, then. Push Pogba out on the left.
Yeah, Donny and Matic on the left, you know what I mean, lad? I mean, Matty, you know what I mean? A rate of talent there. Pogba, what do you make? You know what I mean? Are you still... What camp are you in of Pogba? I know a lot of people talk about Pogba, but he's got 5 assists this season. He's in form. You know, are you still in that camp where the people say consistency, you know, he doesn't do every week? You know, what's your feeling of Pogba?
That's it, innit? That's it with Paul Pogba. It's just consistency. It's just, he seems to go off to a great start of the season, didn't he? The game against Leeds and that, unbelievable. It's just can he do it on a regular basis? Really, we've seen how good he is for his country. Absolutely unbelievable. But probably helps having Kante there next to him, like instead of McTominay or Fred. But for me, Pogba is one of the best. Like he's one of the best in that position. So on his day when he's up for it, unstoppable. So hopefully for you lot, not tomorrow, but after that, he can crack on and have a good season.
Yeah, absolutely. Pogba on the left, Bruno Fernandes in that middle. Adam, you know what I mean? Hopefully, you know what I mean? We might see a different Bruno Fernandes now. He doesn't really have to go forward maybe as much, or do you think that will still be in him to kind of connect with Ronaldo?
I do feel like he's still going to try to be the main man, to be honest. I do think he has got an abundance of respect for Ronaldo, but I don't think we're going to see the Bruno Fernandes that we see at Portugal. He sort of looks like a bit of a spare part because of the talent that they've got going forward. I feel like Bruno will just still be Bruno, but I do feel like he's going to get a bit more space now because, you know what I mean? You used to be able to take Bruno out the game and nullify United. You can't take Bruno, Greenwood, Ronaldo, Pogba all out of the game. One of them's going to get free. That's what happened against Wolves. They managed to nullify everyone else, but then you left one man, Greenwood. And if he gets a chance, it's going in. So, by the way, if it doesn't work, we'll just throw Cavani and Sancho on, mate, as well, just to see. But do you know what I mean? You can't mark all of them. And beforehand, we've had one or two players that have pulled us out the shit, mate. Individual brilliance. I just feel like we've got more of that. And I don't expect any significant styles of play changing. But I do feel like we've got players on the pitch that are just going to win us a game out of nothing. I don't think we're going to play as pretty football as the likes of Chelsea, City, Liverpool. I just don't see us doing that. But on our day, I just feel like we can beat any team. And if there was one style of football we could play against the lesser teams, it's just go all out attack. Because we can't do anything with possession. We're crap with the ball. We've seen that against Wolves and Southampton. 65% possession against Wolves. I think we had 2 shots on goal. Luckily, we got to play like Greenwood to score. So for me, I just think it has to be direct attacking football, especially against the lesser teams. And then your defence should be able to hold out because, honestly, I don't see a style of play coming with Ole, but he's surrounded himself with absolute world-class players now.
Yeah.
And you know what? On any day, we can beat absolutely anyone. I think that's probably why a lot of fans are thinking we've probably got a better chance in one of the cups. There's a lot of saying we've got a better chance in the Champions League than the league, mate.
Mate, bloody hell. I would love anything, mate, at the minute. I know it sounds crazy talking for Newcastle, but we're starving over here for a trophy as well, Matty. You know, we need a trophy. I was saying to Adam, I've not been Wembley since 2018. You know, and it feels like I've not been to. I mean, you know, Steve. I don't know if you guys know Steve, Big Steve. He's like his second home, Wembley. He's there every week.
That used to be ours, mate, didn't it? We used to be there every season, didn't we? That when we had Jose.
Yeah, no, he would have thought that, You know what I mean? Surely you think it'd be opposite. You know, the good vibes of Ollie and you know how the fans are kind of like it wasn't as toxic as it. But I just think for me though, I look at it and I think Bruno Fernandes now has to kind of maybe make a mature approach about it. And maybe, you might see a new kind of dimension of Fernandes. We'll see. So who we got on the right? Is it Mason Greenwood then on the right? It's untouchable, isn't he? Mason Greenwood. I mean, Matty, Mason Greenwood. What player, innit? You know what I mean? I don't know. Do you see much of him or do you rate him? What's your feeling of Mason Greenwood?
Like I touched on earlier in the stream, I think he's an incredible finisher, an unbelievable talent. I was saying he doesn't score easy goals, does he? For me, he's not one of them ones. He's not like a tap-in merchant. You know, he makes his own goals. He gets the ball, creates a bit of space for himself, finds the bottom corner. He is top class. He is top class, and I hope he doesn't find himself pulled out the team because of the signings that you've made. Because surely he's undroppable at the minute, and he is on fire. He's the one I'm worried for. I've had him in my fantasy team from the start of the season. He's captain tomorrow, so I'm sure he'll do a job for us. I think he is an exceptional talent. Like
that's why I don't play fantasy, man. I don't know why. I think that's why I don't play fantasy because I just can't see myself waiting for Salah to score or something like that. Like. I don't know why. That's why.
Liverpool players goal.
Yeah, scoring. I don't know, man. I've maybe in that kind of way. It's a bit of a weird one for me. But
what was it? Over 1 million people have put Ronaldo into their team for
have
this
they?
weekend. Yeah,
Yeah,
isn't mine like.
Well, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Cheeky little
there was
celebration.
I don't want to rub it in even more, but if there was a perfect game for Ronaldo to come back against, it's his old favourite team, which is Newcastle, because he destroyed Newcastle every time he played them when he was there before.
Scored his first hat-trick for years against us, didn't he?
Absolutely destroys Newcastle every time. And I said when we bought him, my first thoughts were like, Paul Matty there, I was thinking, oh God, Steve Bruce. Oh, Bruce. Straight away, because I thought, oh no, it's Newcastle. I'm like, oh, Bruce is, you just literally on the end of an hiding. That's what I was thinking. But you know what, stranger things have happened. I'm confident, but I don't know. I'd be very surprised though.
He might park the bus. I mean, he might, go.
Oh, you'll definitely park the bus.
Yeah,
definitely parking the buses, like mega buses, National Express, the lot. He's parking them all.
Yeah.
He's going. He's sometimes coaches in.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, no, I'm saying he's putting the coaches there in front of the buses.
Yeah, I think a lot of teams will do that now with United's team, and this is where Man United have got to react to it. Before it was a kind of a case of, you know what, let's go at them, and then halfway through it's 2-0 to United, 3-0. But now it's definitely part of the bus. And does that suit United? I think we haven't got an excuse in terms of finding it back on the net, because there's a bunch of talent there, to not score a goal or to have 0-0s or draws. There is that kind of element, but I think we've got goal scorers on the pitch. Just whether Newcastle are up for it. If they don't have the belief, Matty, or they go in that tunnel and think, or they lost the game before it started, could be an ugly scoreline, because
it's Bruce's pragmatic approach, isn't it? It's the way we were talking about before, how defeated he is in the press conference before the game. So how are you going to get a dressing room for a game there? Let's just hope one of the other coaches is a bit more motivational, because Bruce certainly isn't. But what Adam was saying before about use or poor in possession, that could definitely suit us tomorrow, because we will give you all of the ball, no doubt about it. I mean, Southampton had more possession than us at St James's Park a couple of weeks ago. Brucey doesn't know how to. Nobody knows how to pass the ball at Newcastle. It's literally hit everyone at the break. If we're at home against Burnley or away to Man United, we'll be playing the same style of football. So that may actually work in our favour tomorrow. It might work in our favour that it is Ronaldo's first game and you just haven't gelled yet. You haven't got used to the system yet. How will him and Fernandes play together? How will you adapt to? Will Sancho get dropped? Will Greenwood come in? Like this kind of thing. Those are things that we can try and clutch at. But inevitably, Man United will find a way to score at least one or two, you would assume. But those are things we can try and cling on to a tiny bit of optimism, I suppose.
That leads me on to the predictions before we wrap things up. Matty, I know it's going to be hard, but you know what I mean. Is there any hope? Is there any hope for you guys? You know what I mean? Say it, man. Say it.
Nah. I can't even come on here and try and back my team. I can't, because of, even if Ronaldo wasn't here, it would still be too big of an ask under Bruce. The bloke hasn't got a clue. He doesn't do tactics. We've got no chance. We've got no chance, unfortunately. If you get an early goal, it could be embarrassing. It could be. We're going to want to hope that we do keep it tight for a while, calm down the Old Trafford noise and the whole Viva Ronaldo and all that nonsense. So we need to try and keep it quiet, calm down the carnival atmosphere. But for you lot, I'm going to be honest, I'm going to go 5-0 Man United.
Wow. I've gone for 3-0 United.
You know what? I've gone. Matty's just mimicked my score prediction. I don't want to just condemn Newcastle or anything, because I love Newcastle, my favourite away day and everything. But I just don't see how United don't get a hatful of goals tomorrow. I just look, and like we said at the start, and Matty backed it up there. The defence of Newcastle it looks horrendous at the moment from the games I've watched so far, and it just capitulates in spells of 5 or 10 minutes where the game just goes away from them. And I feel like that's how United operate when they have the big scores. All of a sudden it'll be bang, 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 game over, and then it's just game plan out the window for the opposition, and then just pick them off, maybe get an odd 1 or 2 more, and that's where I see the 5. I see them coming quite quickly in spells, the goals. And I'm again 5. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, get your predictions in the comments, people, as well. Make sure you smash a like on the video as well, man. I'm going to go for 3-0. Only, I say that because I feel like, for me, I always think, it's what you see, it's not what you get. And I think, there will be a few nerves in the way we play. We might be rushing it to Ronaldo, and that might suit Newcastle in terms of just being resolute and if it is straight ball to Ronaldo, then they might defend it better, rather than throwing everything, to different sides and whatnot. So I'm going to go for 3-0 United. We're going to wrap it up there, man. Old Trafford, we'll be there 12 o'clock, Adam, won't we? We'll be there early, man. You know what I mean?
Right,
because we have
I'm going to
go.
I think it's KFC, and then Old Trafford. Bit of vlogging and whatnot and stuff, and feeling the vibe and getting the excitement, because I think people are going to be there early tomorrow, mate. I think the atmosphere is going to be building from midday, like you said.
Absolutely.
It's one of them games where everyone's going to be more than up for it.
Absolutely, man. Definitely, I'm leaving mine, especially after last time, man. I thought the trams were running. Half the Leeds fans were in town, pissed up as a fart. Had to get on the 256, man, and cramped up on a bus, man. It felt like I was back in high school, man. You know what I mean? It was crazy.
Mate, traffic. The traffic's horrendous around Old Trafford at the moment. It is shocking. I'm literally 10-minute drive. You're giving yourself 3 hours just to make sure.
Yeah, I know.
Match day.
Fucking
I know, man. I know. Obviously, Matt, you're in Southampton now, aren't you? So, are you going to the game or not? Or
nah, I can't make it because the trains from down here were just way too expensive. I would have obviously been going if I was in Newcastle, because I would have just drove down. But I mean, if Adam's saying it takes 10 minutes from Old Trafford, I would have left yesterday if I was going to get there and drive.
I did that Southampton drive the other week down there. Oh, God,
it's long.
When you're driving, you just lose yourself. You don't even realise how far it is, and you're just like, oh God, painful. And after the result,
I think. Do you know what it is? I might have made more of an effort if we were behind the manager and we were playing decent football and stuff. But I just looked at it and thought, this is going to cost me a few £100 just to watch we get absolutely hammered. So where's the joy? Where's the joy in that? We'll just do a watch long on the channel and drink away the tears.
Yeah, absolutely. Give yourself a shout as well, man. Your channel, let them know what you do.
I shout out, come follow it, the Magpie Channel TV. Hopefully, Saeed's dropped it in the title, if he's made it easy for it. The Magpie Channel TV, Newcastle fan TV. Fan cams, watch alongs, reactions, all that. Going to start mixing it up this year as well and start doing a bit more general stuff, because it's just miserable talking about Newcastle all the time. So I'm going to start doing a bit more content. So get yourself over there and hit subscribe, please.
Big up Zanos, man. He's
subscribed. Be good to watch that watch along from a Newcastle perspective as well, guys. So
mate, it is. They've been getting chopped up already this season. The Villa fans were having a field day. One of them on TikTok had 1 million views and he didn't even tag us in it. I was like, what? Do you know what I mean? So I'm sure our goal reactions will be getting chopped up tomorrow when we're raging. But we expect
you can't beat a Leeds fan watch along reaction. No, that one was classic. Remember the one with his missus next to him? That one.
Yeah, I know.
Beat him 6-2, and he's just going off.
Yeah, I've seen them on IFL TV. Yeah, they're on IFL TV now. I was like, what are they doing on IFL TV? It's crazy. But UK TV, there's no Big Six today. We did it on Wednesday because Steve's in Marbella drowning the sorrows about Ronaldo. So, he's on a vacation. So, no Big Six today. We'll be back on Monday for that. Adam, man, you reached 20K, man. Congratulations.
I did, mate. Yeah. Obviously, I'm doing loads of stuff at the moment. Just follow me, Adam Matic TV on YouTube. If you want to see behind the scenes sort of different match day content, like what's your favourite?
Yeah, man.
Long haul journey meal. We do all sorts of weird stuff. We just try and make a day of it and just bring everyone else involved. So it's totally different. Absolutely. But that's it, mate. It's all genuine on the day. Just glad to be back. I still can't stop saying it. It's just to be back around the fans and other people again. It's just miles better.
Absolutely. And obviously my match vlogs are back, man. I think I abandoned it for a while, but I think for me, I'm going to go check I'm going to go check it back, and I'm going to run back that tomorrow. So match reaction, match vlog, everything, they're all back. So make sure you do check out Saeed TV after the game. And yeah, man, enjoy the rest of your Friday evening. Leave a like on the video. Subscribe to these guys. The link's in the title. And we'll be back same time tomorrow for the match reaction, people. Take care. Bye-bye. Peace.